Hi, welcome to Life Wisdom with Ed Langan, the place to come for practical and spiritual information to help you move forward along your path and life wisdom from the guides. On this spiritual talk show, we talk about everything from creating your own reality to quantum physics to what your soul wants you to know and more about loving yourself. I'm your host, Ed Langan. I am a psychic channel for ascended masters, a law of attraction expert, a master life coach, and a spiritual teacher. Other than that, I'm just a regular dude, whatever that might be. On this episode, we're going to talk about who is taking care of you. The first part of the show is about who is taking care of you. There's a lot of people talking about self-care. Are you taking care of yourself? Do you know what self-care is? I'm going to talk more about that, and I'm going to give you some tips and some things that you can do which will help refill you up, which you will understand in a couple of minutes. So that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm also going to do an EFT tapping on or about taking care of yourself, and we'll do that about halfway through the show. The second part of the show, I'm going to channel the guides, my guides, and they'll answer any questions that you have sent in ahead of time about law of attraction or about anything in life that's going on. You can send questions in ahead of time, or you can put them in the live chat, and Marge will get them on the screen and we'll be able to answer them for you. Marge is here as per usual. She is flying the plane, as it were, and this is our second time in the brand new studio for Be Live TV. And sometimes the vocals don't sync up completely, and that's okay. Just bear with us. As long as you can hear me and hear what's going on, you can close your eyes if the words aren't coming out at the same time, whatever works for you. So Marge is there, and that's what's going on. All right. I would like to thank everybody who is liking and sharing all of our shows at Star Nations, including my show. We really appreciate it. Star Nations is a wonderful resource with lots of amazing information on spiritual things and many other things that will help lots of people. And your liking and sharing it makes it easy for those who are attracting that information to find it. And I really appreciate it, and everybody here at Star Nations also appreciates it. So thank you for liking and sharing it. And if you would be kind enough to like and share my show also, I would really appreciate that. Excellent. Let me know if there is any subjects that you would like us to do a show about. We're brainstorming new ideas for new shows and what we're going to do in the future. So if you guys have something that you want to know about or something you have questions about that you think would be great for a show, let me know. And we'll see if we can do a show about it for you and get those questions answered. Let's see who's joining us live today in the and watching live. And as I said, Marge is here, and she is taking care of that for us. So let's see. Let's see who is here. It looks like Pauline Brown is here. Polly Joe is saying, can't wait. Hi, Polly Joe. How are you? I'm glad you're here. We're looking forward to seeing you on Sunday. Pauline Brown is here, and she's also saying hi to Marge. Mara is here. Hi, Mara. How are you? And good. All right. And Abigail is here. Great. Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you for everybody who's being here. It's going to be a good show, and we're glad you're here. Excellent. While I'm waiting for comments and we're getting used to the new studio, I want to remind you that once a month, you can't hear me. Okay. Let me see if I can turn it up. Is that better? Is that better? Marge is saying she can't hear me. Can you guys hear me out there? Still can't hear me, huh? All right. Let's try something else here. Let's see. This is the game. It is? Okay. All right. Oh, Rob is saying that he can hear me. Okay, excellent. I don't know what's going on with with the control center. Pauline Brown is saying that she can hear me too. All right, so we're not going to worry about it. You guys can hear me. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for letting us know. Where was I? Yes, once a month we do a meditation and prayer for peace, love, harmony, and healing. And our next meditation and prayer is coming up on Monday, September 23rd, and it's at 7 p.m. Eastern time, and it's from 7 till 7:10. So meditate. We ask you to meditate or pray for 10 minutes for peace, love, harmony, and healing wherever you are. And all of us are sending that energy wave out to the world. And if you can join in, that would be great. If you can let your friends know and join in, the more of us that do it, the more powerful that energy is, and the more we can start to change what's going on in the world. So thank you for that. Excellent. The other thing I want to let you know is Star Nations magazine for the month of September was published on the 10th. So that is available. Marge is going to get a picture of the cover up there shortly. So there it is, so you guys can see it. It's a great magazine, and it's a great issue. I'm thinking TV. It's a great issue. I know Polly Jo has the second part of her story in there. Yes, I will try to talk a little louder. Okay, good. Excellent. Okay. So we're still having some control room issues, but we'll get it. So the magazine is ready. It's an interesting show so far. Hello, Marie. How are you? Very good. All right. Neshi is here also. Hi, Neshi. How are you? Good. All right. You ready? Who is taking care of you? We ask this in the workshops, and we ask people, if you're not your own best friend, who is supposed to be? Your goldfish? Your grandma? Are you a giver? Or maybe a people pleaser? Do you bend over backwards to help other people? Can you feel their energy? And you don't want to be the reason that they don't feel good, so you acquiesce to their wishes instead of doing what you would like to do? I used to do that. I am a recovering people pleaser. There's another word for a people pleaser, and that is an enabler. So something to think about. Are you really helping them by simply going along? I know I wasn't, and it didn't make me feel good. But as I said, I'm an empath, so I could feel their energy. And I know a lot of you guys out there are empaths too. And we don't want to be the reason that somebody else feels bad. So we go, all right, well, it's better that I feel bad. Well, no, it's not. And are you assuming that they're going to feel bad? Maybe they won't. Maybe they'll go, oh, okay, I don't care. Maybe they've read Don Miguel Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements, and they know not to take anything personally. And when you say no, they don't take it personally and go, oh, okay. Who is taking care of you? It's an interesting question. If you are a people pleaser, how is that working for you? I know it didn't work for me. You are a magnificent, beautiful vessel full of amazing elixir. And everybody comes to you for that reason and says to you, can I have a drink? 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 And you say, yeah, Yeah, you can have a drink. 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 And eventually, this amazing, beautiful vessel that is you is empty. And if you don't do something to fill yourself back up, and you continue to try to give everybody a drink, you're going to burn yourself out. And that's going to lead to potential health problems and all kinds of other things. So that's not a good idea. But I have loads of friends who are light workers, and that's what they're doing. You have to take care of yourself. It's not being selfish. It's like trying to drive around in a car on an empty tank of gas. You can't do it. You have to take care of you. Here's another clue for you. Are you attracting energy vampires? Do you know what an energy vampire is? An energy vampire is someone who is getting attention from you and is sucking your energy, is literally sucking the energy out of you. That's why they're called energy vampires. They're sucking off your energy. So if you have people like that in your experience, you may be a people pleaser and you're not taking care of yourself. You're not setting boundaries, and you're allowing that to continue. If you have not read Don Miguel's book, The Four Agreements, read it. And we have been saying for years and years, agreement number 2, there we are, agreement number 2, is the most important by far. Do not take anything personally. Now, that's a challenge for light workers and empaths because we can feel their energy and we can feel if they're disappointed. And as I said, we don't want to be the reason that they feel bad. So we acquiesce and don't say it. Well, that doesn't work. Why should we be the one that doesn't feel good instead of them? And are they learning their lesson, or are you enabling them by just going along? There's a wonderful quote that I saw on Facebook last week, and it reads, whatever's the appropriate English here. It says, do not set yourself on fire to keep others warm. It's a big lesson. It's a big part of our evolution, especially light workers, especially empaths. And even if you're not a light worker, or even if you're not an empath, you are anyway, but even if you think you're not, and you're moving along your spiritual path, it's an important lesson to learn. We have been taught that everything that we're looking for is out here, outside of us, out here, out in the world. If you don't feel good, use this product. If you want to look better, use this product. This will make everything better in your life. If you only have one of these, or if you only have one of those, or whatever. And everything is taught. We're taught to look outside of us. All of our power is inside of us. And as we take care of ourselves and as we fill ourselves up, that's when we're in alignment. And then that's when we're powerful, because we're in alignment. It's my work to take care of me. It's my work to make me feel good. It's my work to make me happy. It's not anybody else's work. Now, think about the wedding vows. The wedding vows are, to love and serve and honor and cherish and on and on and on. And then they say something like, and I'll do everything in my power to make you happy. Well, guess what? That's not your job. It's not your job to make someone else happy. whether it be your parents, your spouse, your brothers and sisters, your cousins. It's not your job. I am blessed to have Marge, and you guys all know that, and I talk about her all the time. And she does an amazing job of taking care of me, and I hope I do the same for her, although I think she's a little better at it than I am, but who knows. But the thing is, she knows that she is not responsible for me being happy, and I am not responsible for her being happy. It's my job to make me happy. It's your job to make you happy. It's your job to fill yourself up. It's your job to take care of you. Now, does that mean that we don't do happy, fun things together? Of course not. Does that mean that I don't appreciate her? Of course not. Does that mean that I don't appreciate all of you guys? Of course not. None of that is true. I appreciate all of you. But I am not holding you responsible for my happiness that only can come from within. Getting back to weddings and relationships, and this comes up a fair amount in my coaching practice and when I'm helping people. People are looking for help with relationships. And there's a wonderful quote from Abraham Hicks that goes like this: give yourself the love you seek, and the universe will send people who match it. Give yourself the love you seek, and the universe will send people who match it. That's about starting with you. That's about starting from within and loving yourself enough and sending that energy of love out to attract someone who loves themselves also, and that you guys are, the two of you together are greater than the sum total of your parts. Codependence is 1 + 1 = 1. That never works. But that's what most of us have been taught. That we're looking for somebody to complete us. We're looking for somebody to make us whole. We're looking for somebody to fulfill us. The only one who can do that for you is you. Think about that. That should be somewhat liberating because it takes everybody else off the hook and it gives you your power back. There's a TV show on, I don't know if you're familiar with it. Marjorie and I have been watching it because I do talk to a lot of people who are in relationships. So we've been watching this show called Married at First Sight. And the premise of it is that complete strangers meet at the altar and get married. And then they follow them for 8 weeks, and 8 weeks, 2 months. At the end of the 8 weeks, they have to make a decision of whether they're going to stay married or get a divorce. Now, on the last go round, there was this woman named Amber. Amber is someone who was abandoned by a parent. So she has abandonment issues, she has self-esteem issues, and she kept saying, I just want someone to love me the way I love other people, the way I deserve to be loved. And you know what she ended up with? A player. Someone who cheated on her while they were married within the 8 weeks, someone who cheated on her, because that's what she is a vibrational match to. Because what she's looking for isn't outside of her, it's within her. She has to feel better about herself. She has to love herself first. When she loves herself first and changes that energy, that's when she can attract somebody else. You can't fix from out here what's in here. You have to fix it in here first. That's a wonderful quote. And a few of you are commenting on the quote. It is a wonderful quote. I agree. And the quote is, give yourself the love you seek, and the universe will send people who match it. So self-care is about taking care of yourself. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Because last week I had some trouble with that. We had some family medical stuff going on, and the first thing that went out the window was my exercising. Right out the window, gone. That was it. Oh, good excuse not to do it. Now, I will tell you, I did do my exercises today. In the past, I've used the TV show. Oh, it's TV show day. I'm going to be too tired. I can't do my exercises. I did them today. So I am doing a better job at taking care of myself. And I still need to work on it. So I understand where everybody's coming from. Now, why was exercise the first thing that went out the window for me? I'll tell you why. When I was a kid, I played football, and it was old school. So what happened is if you made a mistake, the coach screamed and yelled at you, embarrassed you, and then made you do push-ups or run laps or do jumping jacks or something like that. And this happened enough that I associate exercise with punishment. Now, hold on. I hear you thinking out there, I was not a bad football player. I was actually a pretty good football player, and I very rarely was one of the kids who had to do the push-ups. However, I'm an empath, and I could feel the energy of all the other kids when they got yelled and screamed at. And so it really imprinted on me that exercise is punishment. So I've been working on that, and I am shifting it. As I said, I did do my exercises today, so I'm happy about that. But think about that. Now, it was old school football, and I understand that, but the coach yelling and screaming at us, we were kids. So what was the idea behind that? That we would try harder for them? We would try harder to get their approval, to get their validation, which once again is teaching us that what we're looking for is outside of us. And it still doesn't work because it's not outside of us. You need to find it from within. You need to bolster it from within. Excellent. I understand looking outside of yourself. For years and years and years, that's what I did. It never worked. But it didn't stop me from trying because I believed that what I was looking for was outside of myself. And there's a wonderful picture of the band there, and I'll tell you all about them in a minute, but I want to explain to you. I thought that if I had the right guitar, if I had the right amp, or if I had the right look, or if we played the right songs, or if I went to the right music school, if I had the right hairstyle, if we had the right gigs, if we had the right outfit, if we had the whatever it was, and all of that stuff is outside of you. If I learned how to play this song, if I had this guy as my teacher, if I did, all of that stuff is outside. It's all disempowering, and it keeps you running on the wheel like the gerbil in the cage, and you never figure it out. It has to come from within. So self-care is about finding it from within and about allowing yourself to grow and expand from within. Now, the picture there that you see, those are my brothers, two of my brothers, and Bill is on the bass. Bill Langan, he is a two-time Grammy-winning bass player. That is clearly me in the center with much more hair. And then to the other side on keyboards is my older brother, Johnny. And behind us is our brother from another mother, Kevin O'Connor. And that actually is from our wedding. That was when Marge and I got married. We played a couple songs at the wedding. So it was a wonderful time to play again with my brothers. And that's the picture there. I was looking for things outside of me to fill me up. Self-care is looking within to fill yourself up and flow it out. All right? Good. We're going to do some tapping. So I'm going to stick these up here so that I can see them. If you're new to my show, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Every episode so far we have done what is called emotional freedom technique, or EFT tapping. And what that does is that helps move the energy through your body. It helps stuck energy or stagnant energy, old energy, move through your body. Now, when I first heard about this, I thought it was baloney. You thought I was going to say something else, because I'm a law of attraction expert. And they would say to me, what you do is you start by saying a negative round. And as soon as they said that, I'm like, okay, we're done. I'm not doing that, because I know with law of attraction that you don't focus on the negative. So finally, they explained to me the reason why they have you focus on the negative first is to rile up the energy in your system, and then you do some positive tapping to move it out. And then once I tried it, it made sense to me. And I am doing tapping. I use it all the time. I've learned a few new techniques, which we're going to talk about in future shows. And it works. So that's why we do it. So the way we're going to do it is there are tapping points. The first point, let me see if I can get it onto camera here. There we go. The first part is this part of your hand right here, the karate chop part of your hand. That's where we're going to start. And we start there. Then we're going to go through the points. The first point is the beginning of your eyebrow. The second point is the side of your eye. The third part is right under your eye, right in the middle of your lip, your chin point, collarbone, wrist is, oh, there we go. It's tricky, is right there. Okay. Right about 3 fingers down on the side of your wrist. And then the last is right on the top of your head. So those are the points. We're going to go through them. The first statement we say on the karate chop, and we say it 3 times. Now I'm going to read it first, and then I'm going to say it slower the second time, and you're all going to repeat it. We're all going to say it together. Okay. So here we go. Even though I do not always take care of myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of us together. Even though I do not always take care of myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have put others first, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have put others first, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have not always been kind to myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I have not always been kind to myself, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good. Now we're going to go through the tapping. So the first one is the beginning of the eyebrow. I say mean things to myself. All together. I say mean things to myself. Side of the eye. I have put others ahead of caring for myself. I have put others ahead of caring for myself. Under the eye. At times I go along even when I don't want to. At times I go along even when I don't want to. Under the nose. Sometimes I get angry for not standing up for myself. Sometimes I get angry for not standing up for myself. Chin point. Sometimes I feel guilty about wanting to be left alone. Sometimes I feel guilty about wanting to be left alone. Wrist. There we are on camera, right there. Good. I have ignored my feelings. I have ignored my feelings. Top of the head. I have been mean to myself and nice to others. I have been mean to myself and nice to others. Take a deep breath. That was some negative stuff. So let's do some positive stuff and move the energy and help shift and change that energy to make self-care easier for us. So once again, we start on the karate chop, and there we go. Now we're in the frame. There we go. I am ready and willing to take care of me first, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All of us together. I am willing and ready to take better care of me first, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I am willing and ready to take better care of me first, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. All together. I am willing and ready to take better care of me first, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Eyebrow. I want to open my heart altogether. I want to open my heart, side of the eye. I want to be my own best friend altogether. I want to be my own best friend under the eye. I want to love me unconditionally altogether. I want to love me unconditionally. Under the nose. I choose to reopen my heart to myself. I choose to reopen my heart to myself. Chin. I choose to love and trust myself. I choose to love and trust myself. Collarbone. I now choose to look out for me. I now choose to look out for me. Wrist. There we go. I choose to take better care of me. I choose to take better care of me. Top of the head. I feel better when I fill myself up before I try to help others. All together. I feel better when I fill myself up before I try to help others. Good. Take a deep breath. Excellent. One more positive round. And we start with a karate chop. Here we go. I am now releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I am releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Altogether, I am now releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Altogether. I am now releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. I lost count. One more time. I am now releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself altogether. I am now releasing my beliefs about looking outside of me to fill me up, and I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Good. Eyebrow. I understand what I send out comes back to me. I understand what I send out comes back to me. Side of the eye. I am now choosing to love myself more and allow that to come back to me. That's a long one. We're going to say it slow. I am now choosing to love myself more and allow that to come back to me. Perfect. Under the eye. I am now making self-care a priority for me. I am now making self-care a priority for me. Under the nose. I am letting my love flow for me. I am letting my love for me flow. I said that completely wrong. Let's say it again. I am letting my love for me flow. Good. Chin. I am releasing fear of what others think. I am releasing fear of what others think. Collarbone. I am now choosing to be my own best friend. I am now choosing to be my own best friend. Wrist. There we go. I've decided that I am worthy. Altogether. I've decided that I am worthy. Top of the head. I've decided to take better care of me. I've decided to take better care of me. Take a deep breath. Excellent. Very good. So that was posted on the screen so you guys could read along with it as we were doing it. And it is also going to be, I will put it in the notes at the end so that you guys can print that and use it whenever you want. And that is true for all of the other shows. Also, all the tappings that we did in every show is available for you guys so that you can use it again. Excellent. I don't know if there was any comments about the tapping, if anybody felt anything or felt anything move or shift. If you want to leave a comment about that, that's great. Marge is doing a wonderful job flying the plane, as it were. So excellent. And I don't see any comments yet. It takes a couple of minutes. So we'll see if anybody wants to leave a comment. Are you understanding? Mara wrote that she loves this. Good. Excellent. Thank you, Mara. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Are you understanding that you have to take care of you? And Mara said she felt a bit of a shift. Excellent, Mara. Glad to hear it. Good. And Marie is saying, phew, needed that. All kinds of energy moving in my lower back. Oh, very good. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Good. Polly Joe is saying lots of movement and noise. Thank you, Polly Joe. I appreciate that. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Abigail is saying that was very needed. Lots of release. Thank you. Excellent. Good. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad it helps. And thank you for your comments. I appreciate it, so that I have an idea about the tapping and how it's working. Now, Marie had a comment about her lower back. So I just want to, this is specifically for Marie, but you guys can think about it too. If you have discomfort in the middle of your lower back, that can mean that you don't feel supported. If you have discomfort on the sides of your lower back, out towards your kidneys, out towards your hips, that's usually anger. So maybe there's something there that can help you with that and sort of help you get to the bottom of what that discomfort is. Excellent. Good. All right. So we're going to do a recap and then we'll get to the guides. Oh, Abigail's baby just barfed all over her. Okay, that's not... Sorry about that. I hope I didn't have anything to do with that. All right. Well, that's self-care, right? She hasn't learned to not do what she needs to do. So she's just being herself. So that's empowering for all of us to learn. And Polly Joe is going, way to go, Willow. So that's funny. I love it. All right. So here's a little recap for you. Only you can fill you back up. If you rely on someone or something else to fill you up, you're giving your power away. Lisa, I see your question. I'll answer it for you in a second. If you're giving your power away, at times you can feel like a puppet that had the strings cut, and you're just, because you're giving your power away, you're looking for what you need outside of you, and it has to come from within. Okay. Lisa had a question about what the pain behind her knees could be. The pain in your knees can be related to the first chakra. So it could be that you're not feeling as grounded as you need to, or it could be fear of moving forward. So times with pains in the knees, pain in the ankle, even sometimes in the hips, can be fear of moving forward. It feels sort of first chakra root, so it's a bit of grounding, but there is also a little trepidation about moving forward. So that's what we're feeling for you. Good. Mara wrote, I had a big headache earlier, so I know this helped me as I spoke my truth earlier. Oh, wonderful. Excellent, Mara. I'm glad to hear that. Perfect. Good. All right. The world teaches us that it's all outside of us, that everything we need is outside of us, because the world doesn't want us to remember how powerful we are and that everything that we need is actually within us. The world teaches that it's someone else's job to fill us up. It's someone else's job to make us feel better, and it's not. It's our job. It's our work. That's what real self-care is. So here are some things that you can do to help fill you back up. It's interesting, in my readings, this card, there we go. I'll put it right in front of my face so you can see it. Artistic expression, Paul the Venetian, comes up a lot. And when I talk to people about it, I say to them that this means that there's something that you used to do, something creative that you used to do that would fill up your soul, that would fill you from the within, that would fill your vessel, that you're not doing. So what are the creative things that you used to do? And there's a whole list. It could be dancing. It could be singing. It could be playing an instrument. It could be drawing. It could be painting. It could be sculpting. It could be cooking. It could be writing. It could be gardening. It could be decorating, rearranging, decorating. It could be photography. It could be any one of those creative things or some other creative things that maybe we didn't list there that helps fill you back up. So if there was something that you loved to do as a kid that you're really not doing anymore, that's the place to start looking. So that if you have a reading, Polly Joe reads cards, Neshi reads cards, this card won't come up for you because you'll be filling yourself up and allowing your soul to express itself. Another thing that you can do is meditate. Meditation focuses you within and allows you to fill yourself up, and it stops the noise. It gets you out of beta loops and all that in your mind. Polly Jo does meditations on her show. Maureen Mann does meditations on her show. Neshi does meditations on her show. There are lots and lots of people on Star Nations who are doing meditations, so you can check that out. That will help. Another thing that you can do is get outside into nature. If you like to be in the woods, go for a walk in the woods. If you like to be at the ocean, go to the ocean or a lake, the mountains, whatever. Getting outside helps. When you go outside and you look at trees, it balances the hemispheres in your brain. It puts them back into sync. Trees are powerful, cool things, and that's one of the things that trees do. So get outside. That will help fill you back up. Laugh. Laugh about anything. Put on YouTube, look at silly videos and laugh. There's lots of stuff that can make you laugh. Whenever you're laughing, smiling, giggling, it puts you back into your heart center, which fills you back up. So laugh. When we were kids, we laughed all the time. We thought everything was funny. And as we've become adults, we've forgotten to laugh. Volunteer. Get yourself out of your own world and get into somebody else's world. And that helps lots and lots of people and helps fill them back up. Play with children. Children remember that they're still more spirit than human. And that's part of what they're here to teach us and help us remember who we really are. We are those happy little beings. We love to play. We love the fun. So play with children. Okay? Do the EFT tapping. You don't necessarily have to say positive statements. You can simply just go through the points like this, and that will help settle your nervous system down, and it will help you fill yourself back up. And here is the last suggestion, and this is the one that helped me the most, and this is the one that I found to be the most empowering. You ready? Say no. No is an empowering word. It's interesting that it's one of the first words that a 2-year-old says. Now, prevailing wisdom it's because the parents have been saying no to the kid all along, and that's why the kid says no, and it's one of the first words. But maybe there's something else to it, and maybe the child is staying in its own power and not giving its power away and not trying to fill itself up from outside. So that's why the 2-year-old is saying no. So remember to say no. Excellent. Good. This was fun. I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helped. Questions for the guides. Here are some of the guidelines for the guides. The guides can be very direct and sometimes blunt. It always comes from a loving place. The more focused and powerful the question, the more focused and powerful the answer. Sometimes my voice changes. You will always have free will. The guides will give you what you need, not necessarily what you want. And as I said, you can also send in questions ahead of time. So here we go. Here's the first question for the guides. Let me just bring them in a little bit more. They've been lurking around anyway. You guys know that. Question for the guides. I have been blocked from doing karate for some time. And when I get the feeling better, something comes and rejuvenates me. Is this a hint to stop doing karate, or do I need to make the effort and bowl through it? Interesting question. We would not bowl through it. we would look at what karate means to you in multiple places. Is it a form of simply exercise? Is it a form of self-defense? Is it a form of attacking and potentially hurting other people? Now, we know that you're on a spiritual path, Rob, and we know that you're doing your work. So is that in alignment with who you are? Now, if you're doing the karate as simply exercise, that's fine, but we would start looking at the energy of what karate is and what the point of it was, and maybe switch to something that is not about potentially fighting with other people or potentially hurting other people, maybe something like Qigong, maybe something like yoga. Okay, so there's a misalignment in there about what the karate is. So we would not bull our way through it, because if you bull your way through it, you're going to end up hurting your body. You're going to pull your muscles or something like that. So wonderful question. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate it. Good. Polly Joe. Okay, having difficulty with relationships and moving in stuck patterns. Any guidance today? Okay, give me a second. Is there a part of you that's still holding on to something? Is there still a little bit of something? So look through your energy field, look through your thought process, look through what you're feeling, and see if there's a little bit of something that you're still holding on to, and see if that doesn't help and shift that. There's another thing that you can do to help you move through stuck relationships, especially relationships, and this works really well. And this is to make a list of positive aspects about the person that you're having the stuck relationship with. Because what that does is that breaks the energy by putting you into a higher vibration. So right now, both of your vibrations are here. And when you do a list of positive aspects, it puts you up into a higher vibration. So the way we explain it is, right now, the two of you are blue. And when you make a list of positive aspects, you turn yellow. And when your energy is yellow, you're in a different place, and then that allows some movement and some things to flow. We would also do a little bit of tapping. You don't necessarily have to say anything specific. You can simply tap on the spots and say, I'm releasing you. You can say, my heart is full of love and understanding. You can simply do the Ho'oponopono, which any of those things will help. It's just there's a slight shift in your energy. There's a slight release, and it's not big for you, and you'll get through it really, really quick, but it's just a little shift in your energy. So thank you, Polly Joe. I appreciate your question. Good. Pauline Brown, how are you across the pond there? Hope all is well. I would like to ask the guides for any guidance to help me move forward and welcome the change I seek. Okay, good. Excellent. Pauline, are you trying to make the change, or are you embodying the change? So the reason why we ask this question is, when we're teaching law of attraction, occasionally people come up to us and say that doesn't work. And if they say it doesn't work, we understand what they're doing. They're trying to make something happen. And if you're trying to make something happen, you don't have it. So you have to start from, I already have this. So we would tell the story of where you are with your new changes, where you are from, I already have this, I've already shifted this, I've already done this, and tell the story from there, rather than trying to make it shift and trying to make it change. So it's a subtle shift in your energy, but that will help you move forward. That will help you move forward very, very quickly. When you're trying to do something, you continue to manifest the trying. So in other words, you're successfully manifesting you not having it. So get yourself in a place where I already have this, and focus and flow your energy from there. Excellent. Thank you, Pauline. Appreciate it. Good. We'll see if there are any other questions. Yep, here we go. Ellen, how are you? Any messages from me from the guides The book on subconscious you recommended is extremely helpful. Good. Oh, great. I'm very happy. I'm glad that's helping you. What we're hearing is relax. We're always in a hurry. We're always trying, we're always wanting to be the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. And you don't have to be patient. And we don't want you to misunderstand that. We're not telling you to be patient. What we're telling you is to relax a little bit and be a little bit more in the moment. There's lots of really, really good exercises in that book, the subconscious book that we recommended for you. We would continue to do some of those and understand this. Now, there is some speed in manifestation, and you can manifest things quicker, and we're not trying to indicate to you that it's going to be slow. But what we do want to say is, if you plant a grapevine today, you're not going to be drinking wine tomorrow. So take your time, do the exercises, allow the energy to flow. One of the good things about being physical is there's a buffer of time, so that things don't manifest instantly. So we're not dealing with a whole lot of manifestations and dealing with a whole lot of stuff that just instantly pops in and pops in and pops in. We have time to think about it, and to think about it some more, and to reshape it and to change it and to make it the way that we would like it to be. So be a little bit more in the moment and relax. You're right on track. Everything's fine. Use the exercises in the book and things are working out. You're doing good. Have you seen any of the numbers? Have you seen 111? Have you seen 333, 444? Look for those, and those, or even 1, 2, 3, 4, and those are going to begin to remind you that you're right on track. You're right on your path. Everything is flowing and everything is working out. Excellent. Good. Thank you. Lisa, does the body go through aches when we go through spiritual shifts? That's a wonderful question, Lisa. A wonderful question. And the human part of me would really like to say, no, there's not going to be any spirit, there's not going to be any physical pain or anything like that. But unfortunately, that would be a lie. So Abraham says, all physical pain is trapped emotion, that there is an emotional root to all pain. So as we do our spiritual work, as we shift, as we grow, as we change, there is going to be some discomfort in our body. There's an exercise thing that says pain is weakness leaving the body. We don't like that. We prefer pain is energy, stuck energy that's asking to leave the body. And if you can do some work around it, you can let that flow and let that move through your body. There is an emotional component to all pain, but you can learn techniques like tapping, like acupuncture, acupressure, massage, all that. So there's lots of different things that you can do that'll help that move through you. There's the other thing that they're saying is sometimes some of the discomfort we feel is because we are moving so fast and we are changing so fast. All of the full moons, all of the eclipses, all of the different astrological things that are happening as we're raising our consciousness, that can be a bumpy ride at times. We are going through, there's going to be another shift. There's a full moon on Friday, so there's going to be another energy shift there. And sometimes people feel that. So sometimes it's the raising of the consciousness and it's really how fast your energy is moving. And other times it is sort of stuck or slow energy in your body. But yes, pain can be, you can feel pain as part of your spiritual path, unfortunately. Good. Mara, would love a general message, please, and thank you. Okay. Give me a second. The world that everybody creates starts within. And most people are starting outside. They're reacting to all of what's going on around them instead of starting from within and flowing from within. You have the ability to create anything that you want, but it has to start within. It has to come from within. Now, can something outside of you be a catalyst to inspire you and say, oh, I would like this, or oh, I would like that? Of course it can, but it still has to come from within. Your work has to come from within. If you spend all of your time focused on and reacting to everything that's going on outside of you, you're not creating. The world doesn't want us to remember how powerful we are. The world doesn't want us to remember that we're creating our reality, that we are actually in charge here, that we are actually powerful creators and can have anything that we want. Now, there's not some big giant conspiracy or anything like that. That's not what we mean. It's just from people who don't understand who they are can't help you understand who you are. But as you raise as a spirit and as you raise as a consciousness, you begin to remember that you are the light. You are a magnificent being of love and light. That's what you are. And as we remember that, that all comes from within and flows into the world. So basically, our work is to turn our lights on, to turn that flow on, to let it flow. And as we do that, we give everybody else permission to do the same. There's a wonderful part of Nelson Mandela's inaugural speech that was written by Marianne Williamson, and you can Google it because we don't have the exact quote here, that basically says that says, it's not our darkness that we're afraid of, it's our light that we're afraid of. So this work, all of our work, everybody at Star Nations, what we're doing is we're reminding people to turn on their lights. We're reminding them how powerful they are. We're reminding them that they create their own reality. We're reminding them that everything comes from within. Self-care is a huge part of that because that keeps your light shining bright and shining happy. And that is really what we wanted to make sure that came across today. That's why we did that show. Polly Joe has also written 2 wonderful articles about the same subject in Star Nations magazine. If you don't have a copy of that, you can go on Ed's Facebook page or Polly Joe's Facebook page or starnations.org and get that information. There's wonderful, wonderful information, and we're all reminding everybody, turn your light on. You are a magnificent, wonderful, beautiful being of light and love. And that's what we want you to remember. And that's what we want you to know. Excellent. Marie, any message would be gratefully appreciated, please, and thank you. All right, let's see what's going on with Marie. We feel like you've been traveling a lot. And as the summer ends and as September and kids go back to school and everything starts to get real busy again and life gets really, really busy, Polly Joe reminds us that there is actually a second new year now. And we usually don't prepare for this new year. We prepare for the one at the end. We would do some focused work about where you are, what you'd like to happen, what you'd like to manifest, what you would like to work on, what you would like to experience in the last quarter of this year, and focus your energy there and start flowing that way. We would pay a little bit more attention to our meditation practice. And we would also follow some of the steps that we talked about here about filling yourself up. Is there some artistic things that you used to do that you're not doing now, that your soul would be asking for you, asking for artistic expression? What we're feeling from you is potentially writing. Did you write? Do you like to write? Have you written? There could be something about writing. Maybe do some journaling to help with that. That would be good. We believe that it was Lisa who asked the question about the spiritual, the pain, feeling discomfort in the body as you're moving forward. Lisa, what we're saying to you and what we would like you to do is do more journaling. You will find it to be very releasing and very helpful. So write down how you're feeling, write down what your experiences are, and that will also help. And we're suggesting the same for you, Marie. So good, excellent. And we have Jen. Hi, Ed. Any message come through from me, please and thank you. Love the beautiful blue butterfly there. Are you going outside enough, Jen? Are you getting out in nature? Are you, your butterfly picture is a beautiful butterfly. We love the blue butterfly, and it reminds you and reminds everybody to spend time outside, to get outside, to get some sun on your skin before it turns to winter. Get outside with the trees, help it balance your hemispheres, and be outside and get out in nature. Use that as a walking meditation, use that as connection, and use that to help align your energy. So thank you. Wonderful question. Appreciate it. Okay. Do I need to stop eating meat to get closer to alignment? And I'm sorry, I have no idea how to say your first name, so I apologize for not even trying. I apologize. This is an interesting question, and there are lots of different answers about that, and we are not going to take away your free will. We are going to ask you to pay attention to how it feels inside of you. Your body knows what's in alignment for you. Your body knows what feels right for you and what doesn't feel right for you. So when you eat meat, how do you feel? If it makes you feel heavy, if it makes you feel tired, if it makes you feel sick, then potentially that's not something that you want to do. We're not going to get into the debate about whether it's right or wrong, because everything is neutral and you have the ability to choose what's right for you. And for some people, eating meat is perfectly fine and they don't have any trouble being in alignment. And other people eat meat and do have trouble being in alignment. So the answer isn't eat it or don't eat it. The answer is what works for you, because there is no right or wrong about this except what you believe about it. If you believe it's wrong, then it's not good for you. If you believe that it's okay, then it will not hurt you unless physically it doesn't feel right for you. So that's the experience. And as we said, we're not going to take away your free will and make a pronouncement and saying you have to stop eating meat to be in alignment. That is not true. I know lots and lots of people who eat meat who are still perfectly alignment. The guides come through, etc. So the question is, what feels right for you? And that's the right answer. The whole purpose of this entire show was look within and find the answer within you. So this is a wonderful question to end the show with. So find the answer within. Okay. I just bought your book and I'm looking forward to reading it. Oh, thank you, Pauline. Wonderful. Excellent. When we meet in person, I will autograph it for you. Excellent. Good. Good. So we're a little bit over. And I want to thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It was a fun show. And if you live in Massachusetts, we are now teaching in 10 different places, including Rhode Island. So there's lots of opportunities for workshops. We're going to be at Polly Joe's out in Western Mass in 2 weeks. And that information is on my website, which Marge has up there, so you can find that. If you have any questions, you can always email me and find out where we're going to be and what's going on. I mentioned the meditation and prayer is coming up next Monday, if you can join us. And I think we're good. So Thank you, Marge. I appreciate it. You did a wonderful job as always. Thank you, Neshi. I appreciate you and Star Nations. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you for everybody who's liking and sharing it and sending in questions. I appreciate it. All you magnificent beings of love and light, thank you. We wish you love and light, and we'll see you next month. Take care. Bye.